Hello everybody and welcome back to another talking video. Today we're playing some Tetris because honestly Tetris is the only game I can coherently talk about a topic and not go off topic. Because honestly, okay, we're fucked there. Literally if I play Minecraft or just any game in general other than Tetris, I always go off topic when talking and that sucks. That's why we're playing some Tetris. So this story takes place back in July of 2022. Basically, it was around the time frame when international travel was starting to reappear. Like, yeah, COVID still existed back then, but international travel was starting to become more and more of a thing. Now, basically what we were going to do is we booked a bunch of flights that will go down to Indonesia, aka Bali and Jakarta, because firstly I'm Indonesian, so we like meet up with relatives. But secondly, also because we wanted kind of a vacation too down at Bali. I know it's a really lame location, but whatever. So we booked all the tickets. It had to be with Jetstar because back then, Jetstar was really the only airline that flew to Bali every day. No other airline really did that. Like they would only fly like every 2 days on Qantas or Garuda. So we had to go with Jetstar, which is stinky, poopy, and would never recommend to anyone. But we had to. Now, we booked all the tickets, that was all sweet and fine, but then we checked our passports and realized, shit, they're expired. Now, the thing with passports, right, it's since I am an Australian born with Indonesian parents, I have two different passports. One that is Australian because I'm an Australian citizen, and one because it's Indonesian because I am born with parents of Indonesian descent. Now, all my parents, by the way, have Indonesian passports only. Now, both of those passports were going to expire within a 6-month time frame, meaning we had to basically get new ones. So we had to basically get new Indonesian and Australian passports. Now, the Indonesian one was quite easy. Why? Because there's an Indonesian consulate down here, and also because not really a lot of Indonesians get new passports down here. Like, I'll say, it wasn't that busy, so we were able to get Indonesian passports quite easily. The problem was with the Australia ones. Now, Australia, my god, there was a lot of people that wanted to travel overseas and wanted to renew their passports, and the wait time to get a new passport was around 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Over a month. And we didn't have that time. Our flights were going out in, I think, around 3 weeks. So meaning that we had to get the passports ASAP, and we might actually miss our flights because we don't have valid passports. Now, we took the passport photos, all that was fine. Basically, we went down to the Australian Post Office to, I guess, drop off the old passports and ask for a new one. And basically, they said that there was such thing as like an express line, you know, like to skip the queue, you can pay amount of money. You know how much you actually have to pay to join the express queue? $400. $400 fucking dollars. Yes, that much, dude. It's $400 just to be an express line to get your passports quicker. My god. So we paid the $400 because there was literally no other way to get the passports on time before our flight. We paid up the $400 and we got the passport within a week. So it was a very quick. It took very quick, but then it's like $400 down the drain, so it wasn't really that worth it. But whatever. We all got the new passports, and it was time to actually depart. I guess we went to the airport. And we went to the check-in desk. The check-in lady down there said, "Oh, you guys got new passports. Should I go link it up?" Because since I do have an Australian and Indonesian passport, they said, "Oh, you should link up these two passports so they work as one," or some bullshit like that no one understood. So basically, we asked them to do that. I guess we just accepted whatever they said. And yeah, our bags went on the conveyor belts, and that was the last time we ever saw those bags for 2 weeks. We boarded the Jetstar flight, and that was all fine. It sucked though, because Jetstar is the shittiest airline in the world. They have like the seats were terrible. Like, I know it's a budget airline, but still. It's like flying Ryanair for like 8 hours, literally. The seats were terrible. And we weren't starving peasants. We flew business class, and the business class was shit. So if that's something to take notice of, yeah, take notice of. But, yeah, the flight was all fine. Nothing really interesting happened on the flight. It was once we got to Bali itself where all the fun stuff started to happen. We went through the customs, we went all through the immigration, and we got to the baggage carousel area. And yeah, the bags started to come out, and after an hour of the bags coming out, it suddenly stopped without our bags being there. We were slightly confused at first, so we asked the office area. We went to the office area of the baggage claim, which was literally just this one office that handled like a billion different airlines, and we literally asked them, where's our bags and why is it taking this long to come out? They did some typing, they did some checking, and they said back to us, your bags, they haven't left Sydney yet. What the fuck? The bags haven't left Sydney, but we're all the way here in Bali. We're on a different country, 1,000 kilometers away. You're saying our bags aren't here. Great. Now, a possible explanation to this was because the gate agent back in Sydney did not tag the bags. So when the baggage handlers got the bags, they were like, where the fuck is this supposed to go? There's no tags on this shit. So they just left it down there. Awesome. Really fucking awesome. We were stranded in a different country, and we have barely nothing because we didn't pack much in our carry-on bags. Literally none. Not even the bare necessities. Not toiletries, not even clothing. Just underwear, actually. Literally, the only thing in our carry-on was underwear and my electronics that I brought. Fun. At least I put the valuable stuff in my carry-ons, because otherwise it could have been lost forever. But basically what the gate agent told us is they were going to give us a tracking number to some international, you lose your bag kinda, I don't know, it's some international thing on baggage losing thing. I don't know what it's called, but something like that. It's like a registry for lost bags. We got a number, we got a code to track it. Basically, that was fun by then. Now the problem is, we landed at Bali Airport down at 10 PM. By that point, it was already midnight with absolutely nothing. We had nothing on us. None of the shops were open, meaning that we could get absolutely nothing. So we went down to the hotel and we slept in our clothes that we wore for the airplane. Which is really fucking disgusting in my opinion, but nothing you could do. All the shops were closed and we didn't have any other clothes to wear. The hotel didn't provide us with any. Jetstar didn't provide us with any. Thanks, Jetstar. But basically, yeah, the bags weren't going to be there. Now the biggest problem to all this is that we were only in Bali for one night. After that one night, we were supposed to board a very early flight down to Jakarta as a connecting flight. And since we don't have our bags, it complicates the entire logistical process because, oh, what happens if the bags do come here on the next flight, but then we're already be in Jakarta, so, you know, they're going to be at 2 different airports and everything's confusing. So we decided, let's just stay a night more in Bali so that we can wait for the next bags to come. Because Jetstar flies to Bali every day, so maybe our bags were on the next flight down here. So we asked the little hotel, can we stay a night extra? And they said yes. So we basically stayed a night extra. Basically, and during that day, we did nothing. We just went to the nearest shopping mall and bought clothes. There wasn't really anything we could do because, again, we had absolutely nothing. So we couldn't go to the pool, for example. We could do basically nothing. So yeah, that day goes by and we waited for that flight to arrive. Me and my dad went down to the airport to see if our bags were going to be there. And after some waiting, yeah, our bags weren't there. They weren't on that flight. What the fuck? How? What? Possibly. Literally, you already know you lost our bags. They're not even on the next flight. So what, we're fucked? We're basically fucked? Well, our bags are not going to come? Yeah, fuck this. Now the problem with this is that since we missed our connecting flight down to Jakarta, we didn't have any flight to go down to Jakarta, and all the flights that next day that we needed to go to Jakarta were all fully booked because it's a very busy route. So we didn't have a guaranteed spot to Jakarta, which sucks even more because then we'll be wasting even more time in Bali. Now luckily there was like, I think 15 flights that went to Bali on that day. But unluckily, literally all of them were fully booked. Literally all of them. Again, so we couldn't really do anything. We just had to be on standby. So we went through the night and the next morning we went directly to the airport at like 6 AM and went on standby to see if there was any available seats. We waited at some random office area for like half an hour really, until a gate agent came up to us and said, hey, there's a free seat, you might want to take it, and said, oh my god, it's actually a fucking free seat, because apparently someone didn't take it. Someone didn't show up on time. So you had to sprint over to the gate. Now luckily we didn't have any of our we didn't have to check in any bags, because we had none in the first place. So we didn't have to check in any bags and that was all good. We had to sprint to the gate though because again it was final boarding because you know they have to wait until it's final boarding to give up the seats. So we had to sprint over to the gate and we got the seats and we got to Jakarta. Now Jakarta, nothing really interesting happened. It was just more of a family reunion, you know, meet up with family because we haven't really met up with them for like 2 years by then. So, you know, it's like a little bit of family reunion, you know, meet up with the family. It was very nice and very sweet. I'm fucked here. But yeah, it was very nice. Nothing really interesting though. Every day though, we would check if the status of the bags had changed at all on that website of lost bags. Yeah, the status wasn't updating at all. It just said, please try again later, as we can't track it yet. Like, it was the most bullshittiest website ever. It never worked. And literally, we were just in the dark. We even tried to contact Jetstar customer support like 15 times throughout the trip, and literally they said the same thing of, oh, we don't know where it is. Like, the most fucking useless customer service that exists. It's like, holy shit. Like, come on. You guys are a fucking multi-billion-dollar company and you can't even afford good customer service. But Jakarta was all good, and we boarded our flight back down to Bali to spend 3 nights there because, you know, we just wanted to have a little fun time down there. Again, without anything, we had to buy all the clothes back up so that we actually had swimsuit. You know, we could actually, oh fuck, we could actually swim, you know, we could actually do the stuff you'd normally do in Bali. Fucking annoying. But yeah, Bali was all fine, but nothing really happened. Just stayed at a resort and just, you know, did all the mobile touristy things. And that was all fine, and we boarded our flight back down to Sydney. Now, by this point, our bags were still lost and we had no idea where what could have been. So we started to do some digging, aka calling up other companies. Now, Jetstar is a subsidiary of Qantas, which uses Swissport for their baggage services. So we basically contacted Swissport and gave them a bag description and, you know, just like where the fuck is my bag kind of attitude. And they said, oh wait, I think this bag matches the description. You want to come over here and take a look? And that was like, I guess, the first sign of, oh wait, maybe they actually do have a bag all log. So basically went down to the airport, to the arrivals area, and went to the Swissport office, and there it was our bags. It was literally our bags down there, sitting right down there. That was like, oh, holy shit, our bags weren't lost the entire time. They're just sitting down in Sydney this entire time in some random ass office. Fucking annoying. But yeah, we actually found our bags and we got everything back. Mind you, we couldn't, it's not really any help because we couldn't really use it for any point throughout the trip. So like, you know, at least we got the stuff back, I guess, yay. We got the stuff back. Which was very fun in my opinion. So yeah, that's pretty much my experience. Now, Jetstar is an absolute piece of dog shit crap for not even helping us at all. Like, yes, maybe it wasn't their fault for losing our bags, but firstly, they could maybe contact the baggage handling service on a status on our bags, because our bags were sitting in their office this entire time. They could have easily just went, oh, your bags are down in Sydney. You know, maybe alleviate a little bit of the stress that came along with losing your fucking bags. And secondly, they could have provided at least some compensation. Why? Because they provided us with no compensation. Oh, damn it. They provided us with no compensation at all. Literally, we were given nothing. We only were able to, I guess, recover the money we spent in Bali due to the unnecessary purchasing of new clothes through our travel insurance. But that was only because we had travel insurance, not because of Jetstar. They're a piece of dog shit for not helping us at all. And honestly, they're a worthless company and you should never fly with them. Nor Qantas. Fuck Qantas, honestly. Fucking Alan Joyce is retiring. And I'm like singing a hip hip hooray kind of thing. Because fucking Qantas is the biggest dog shit ever. It's the biggest dog shit of a company to exist. And honestly, I hate Qantas a lot. So bye.